Gaff, we'll start with a bit of reflection from Tuesday night. What was the general feeling after our Papa John's Trophy exit?
Yeah, obviously disappointed to be knocked out of the quarter-final. It's a good opportunity that we missed out on, but it's hard to fault the players. They tried ever so hard, denied Sutton. They had very few opportunities for even strikes on goal, so they created next to nothing against us. But it's just a set piece later on, and quite often the case with Sutton this season, they've ground teams down and eventually won in the late stages. Unfortunately, it happened to us. But like I say, we were a tight-knit bunch throughout the game. It was a great collective effort, and on another occasion, we could have put one of our chances in and won the game.
Was that a real positive to see that it was fine margins deciding a game rather than how it was against Newport a couple of weeks earlier?
Yeah, I like to think we put that behind us now. It was a rarity for us to have that feeling. You're going to lose games at any level, but the way and the manner we lost it, we looked open defensively on that occasion, and we felt wounded from it. But we've had two very solid displays. Last Saturday, obviously, was pretty much a complete performance, both defensively and in creating and taking chances. The other night was almost a perfect away performance, but it wasn't to be. But you were still able to take many positives from it.
We switched to a 5 in defence in the last couple of games. What has that changed for us?
Well, we looked at obviously games previous, and Newport we were 4-3-3 and had two very attack-minded midfielders. Fullbacks bombing on, and we left ourselves exposed defensively, and it was our work off the ball that caught us on the hop and left us open. The change to 5 last couple of games has made us look more solid, but also you have to look at key personnel. Like Jack Diamond hasn't been available to us. Now he's back, it gives us an opportunity again of having more width.
Yeah, how big a boost is it to have him back in the building?
It's a great boost for us, and gave you a great opportunity of putting it out on Twitter, didn't you, last night, which is great. But he provides a real spark, and going forwards, if we are solid defensively, we know we've got goals in us with Jack.
And how are we looking with squad numbers now? Aaron Martin has gone out on loan to Halifax Anti,
Yeah, well, that's 1 in, 1 out in that respect. But for the first time in quite some time, I'll have that unfortunate conversation with the 2 or 3 players that are not in the squad for Saturday. But we're trying to get the right balance here. We've had enough games, haven't we, this year? We've travelled with 12 or 13, and we haven't been able to have a variety of tactics and formations. We've been a one-trick pony, but now we're able to adapt.
What can we expect? Much more movement in the transfer market before the deadline, or?
I don't expect so, but you never know. We've got 1 or 2 things we're still working on, but we have to get the go-ahead from those clubs.
Focus on Saturday now. We've got Stevenage away. What challenge are we expecting from them?
Well, Port Tisdale's gone in there and made them more solid. They've played 1 or 2 different formations, but they're big and strong, and they've looked a lot more savvy over the last few weeks, and that's great to the manager going in there. We expect a really hard game. They've won the last 2 home games, and they'll be hard to beat, which is what we've got to try and instill with us. Just still remain really, really strong, but make sure that our work off the ball, is as good as on the ball, and and it doesn't mean to say we don't create, because we have done in the last 2 games, but with the addition of Jack as well, it makes us more threatening.
And finally, is it fair to say it's going to be a busy and important February coming up with games Saturday, Tuesday? Absolutely.
A lot of points to play for, and we're looking forward to every single game, because it's an opportunity to build on the last 2 games, and we feel it's now the right time to go into games really strong, with a strong squad, both numerically and with our obvious different options available to us now, and we can attack every single game.
Well, cheers, Gaffer.
Cheers.